Good morning, Bucks. Today is Wednesday, April 2nd, and it is an A Day. I am Maddie, and I'm joined by my co-host, Olivia.
Good morning. Coming up on today's show, we'll discuss an upcoming college fair, a blood drive sponsored by Student Council, fundraisers, and more. But before we get on with today's announcements, let's send it over to Harlow for a look at today's weather.
Thanks, Liv. Today will be cloudy with rain showers that will carry on into this evening. There will be a high of 43 and a low of 37. Taking a look at the 5-day forecast for the rest of the week, it is looking like it'll drop in temperatures and will be mostly rainy and cloudy with a few sunny days. That's all for the weather. Now let's check in with Liv or Maddie for today's announcements.
Thanks, Harlow. So, Maddie, did you get pranked at all yesterday?
No, I actually lucked out. Nobody got me. What about you?
Yeah, I didn't get pranked at all, but I guess I was a bit of a prankster myself.
Interesting. I'm glad you didn't prank me. Now let's get on with today's announcements. There will be a prom committee meeting on Monday, April 7th at 2:35 in room 193. All prom committee members must attend to make some final decisions about this year's prom. The travel club will meet tomorrow, April 3rd at 2:35 in room 174. All members please attend. If you have any questions, please email Mrs. Williams. Please join us for a college fair on Wednesday, April 9th from 6:30 to 8 at the SUNY Oswego Campus Center. There will be an admissions and financial aid presentation at 5:45 p.m. Students are encouraged to pre-register to create a barcode to simply scan at the college tables from which they would like to receive more information. You will receive your barcode once you register, and it will be sent to you again 2 hours prior to the fair's start time. To create your barcode for this free event, click on the link below. Now let's check in with Olivia for the rest of today's announcements.
Thanks, Maddie. OHS Student Council will be sponsoring a blood drive on Thursday, April 10th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the OHS Theater. All donors must be at least 16 years old. If you are 16, you must get parental permission, and you need to pick up a form from Mrs. D'Angelo in room 212. If you are 17 or older, you do not need parent permission. Each donor will receive a free t-shirt and a $15 Amazon gift card. To sign up, please either see the following people listed below or send them an email. Recently, members of WBUC caught up with some teachers and staff at OHS for a new series called Getting to Know OHS. Mrs. LeDuc is a veteran speech-language pathologist here at OHS. Let's get to know her.
Ms. LeDuc has worked at OHS for 19 years. She is not the most well-known teacher here, but she's equally as great. Ms. LeDuc is a speech-language pathologist. Let's get to know her better by asking her some questions about her interest and what she undertakes in her daily life at OHS. Can you give us a little description on what you do here at OHS?
At OHS, I help students that have individualized education plans and receive speech services that might be with expressive language, their language output, or receptive, what they understand. And then for some students, they use computers to be able to communicate, and so I help them with that as well.
What inspired you to want to do this as a career?
I knew that I wanted to go into a field that had to do with science. There's a lot of science in speech pathology. I also wanted to go into a career that directly helped people.
What is a fun fact that no one knows about you?
A fun fact is that I was once stung by a jellyfish.
Now that you know a little bit more about Miss LeDuc, maybe next time you see her in the hallway, you could greet her and say hello. Reporting from WBUC, I'm Olivia. Now back to the TV studio.
That's all for today's announcements. Now let's send over to Isaac for a look at today's OHS sports.
Thanks, Liv. Last night, girls lacrosse lost a tough match against JD. Tonight, boys lacrosse faces JD at home at 7. Make sure to pop out and support the Bucks. That's all for today's sports and show. Have a great day, Bucks.
Baby girl, let me see you do your dance, let me see you twirl. Shaking in the club with your homegirls. Take a pic for the gram, show the whole world. Yeah.
Is that your bestie? I'ma ice both of y'all like Gretzky. I'ma act you like bless me. Hit the dance floor, get nasty, impress me.
Baby girl, let me see you do your dance, let me see you twirl. Shaking in the club with your homegirls. Take a pic for the gram, show the whole world.